Oh, actually, it is. Shuba de la Tama da Kartan Train Lubjong da Semjong. Le pot de tank cheat and Lubjong da Sem Shiva neighbor cheat and Shine Angosen a train to Tata Chala Lubjong Yari. Mitte tank le Sem needed bed. Data you know, shoot real shouldn't you be in a carriage our character? They are going to this. Some Shiva Manena, Kazan Kon Shivana Shibete, Namanania, Yoda Jong there, Solon, Yoda Jong, the Ganga Jong there, the tongue, Sendava. Send the Shiva Mane, some Rajata, Moda, any cover. There are pens, a dark, there are read the same tone, didn't Nathan tell a lot. And Nathan left it, then Nathan left by the hammer, and normal and toba shoe, cool long, south chap. The child you think this, some choreo, putting some sing chatter. Yoda, Ganger, Nick, choreo, bando, children, the motor mount, the German, a color in a bed, the German boy, take it. Zobo na pe kalaji sa na pe yobo jawa chaya chil soya so de some koryo something to
So good morning, everyone. Good morning, and we'll continue today with the physical exercise or yoga. And also in conjunction with the practice of shamatha or calm abiding. And in general, to do these physical practices is very important because we want to attend to the health of both the body and the mind. And when both our body and mind are healthy and balanced, then whatever we do, whether our worldly endeavors and activities or Dharma practice, we will have more ease and more success in those activities and endeavors. And it also will help to strengthen and bring harmony in our relationships with others, in our family, in our community. When we have imbalance mentally and physically, then this can also affect harmony and well-being in our relationships, in our family, in our communities. And these days there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of pressure and demands, in our daily lives. The pace of society in modern times, there's so much movement, sort of unnaturally rapid movement with cars and planes and so forth. And, then we have all these modern devices, phones, and all the various screens, computers and so forth. So given, just the stress of our modern times, and not to mention, all of the contaminants, all of the, pollution in the environment, also what is now, going into our food, processed food, a lot of unnatural kind of substances and chemicals, then there's sort of this increased fast pace that we feel, kind of the stress of having to keep up with, and a lack of really truly nutritious food or nourishment. And so to counteract these circumstances, then it's really helpful to have a practice that attends to, the health of the body, bringing awareness to the body and health through like a physical practice, and also, one that addresses mental well-being as well. So when we practice the yoga like this, we're doing a physical practice with our body, but it really is a form of meditation, can become a form of meditation, or and in particular calm abiding or shamatha meditation, because we're uniting the mind with the breath and the body. So the mind, the breath, and the body are all unified. And so we want to relate to the practice of our physical movement in that way, so that our mind is really focused on what we're doing with the body. And then that becomes like an anchor to our meditative concentration. So we're uniting the body with, or the mind with what is that we're doing with the body, instead of following our thoughts instead of becoming distracted and kind of wandering, having thoughts wander to outside things without getting caught up in different types of discursive thought involving, the past, present, or future. And so this is a really important aspect of the practice. If our mind becomes distracted and we're sort of wandering outside and we're not really there with what we're doing physically, then there is still some benefit that the yoga has physically for our body, but it is really limited because it doesn't have so much benefit for the mind. So we want to utilize this practice, or the opportunity to practice in this way, so that it really brings both great benefit physically and also, perhaps even more importantly, mentally to the mind. Mm-hmm. And then it really becomes calm abiding or shamatha meditation when we practice like that.
Ini datang thoma dela ngoto tea de prayama. Ini ngoto prayama la de ta namba ta penjwa yore ngoto en buba ko ta yora mo de jiban ro de mi ram de ta de namba na mi ram de ta sanje samba ta longa ko namba ta ya de yora ran so na de ni ka de Kalong Dhamma dan ini wo selalu long dan kalong Dhamma tu nang yang tu sam ini long tu pada tu nang dosa sam jadi miram ni nang tu na yang tu cepat yore tu yang tu sama nang ba yang di pintu ja cimbo yu sama jadi sini perayaan long jam cian yoga yang di yoga cian tu dia tahu lah. Ini parayama de pinto karayasina ta go nata go tapa go nado kita ini yama nado yama karna tasam zayora miti na yama kalpo napo tawa zayora nga amche mente yene tenje amche lokso yore na jepan ke yama de na de sola di tata longyo de tina pe pido chimba ye ni khashye yang tapa go na de de to ni go na ta de la pido.
So the karnata the not so so also she spoke yesterday. We also, she mentioned various times the importance of, if the body is on the cushion, so the body is there, like when we're sitting, and then we also want the mind to be there with our body as we sit. And then when there is that unification of mind and body, the benefit is really inconceivably vast. And we also were introduced to some pranayama methods yesterday. And the system of pranayama has a lot of similarity with a lot of the wind practices that we also do in the Tibetan tradition. So for instance, there are the 9 rounds of breathing to expel the stale winds, which is really quite similar. And even the visualization is really similar. And so the way that she practices the kind of more Indian style pranayama is by unifying the visualization that comes more from the Buddhist tradition. So when, for instance, we're breathing in, then we're breathing in, we imagine or we visualize that we're breathing in the blessings and light of the compassion of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, and we visualize this coming in the form of white light. And then when we breathe out, we're expelling, the defilements, obscurations, afflictive emotions, kind of illness and negativities, all of that is coming out in the form of like a kind of a black color. And or all of the, just so we're expelling the unclean wind and we're bringing in the pure winds, so we can visualize in that way. And when we practice, this is how we also practice or visualize in the Buddhist tradition, and there's really great benefit in doing so. And then we, do generally pranayama in the morning. Then okay, so because we had breakfast, this morning, and so we might be kind of have a full stomach, then first we begin with sort of slower, more gentle movements, and also to begin with, we'll start with pranayama. And some of the health benefits of pranayama is it can help diminish headaches. Also, it's beneficial for decreasing problems with allergies. And she said there are different types of allergies. For instance, in the according to Tibetan medicine, actually, there are 3 classes of allergies. There's white allergies, black allergies, and multicolored allergies. So it kind of helps to diminish all those types of allergies. And there's just great benefit to the overall health of the body, circulation, the flow of wind in the body. So a lot of benefit in practicing pranayama. So first, when there are different ways, to also like different mudras or gestures to hold the hands. You can begin like this, and then she said when changing the nostrils, there's some who have this method of like, with the fingers, the pointer finger and the pinky finger, and sort of blocking the nostril interchangeably between the two. She said in our tradition, we just do it with one, and with the Vajra fist. But you can do it whatever way you're used to, she said, whatever is most comfortable for you or whatever you're familiar with is fine. So again, the main point being that when we breathe in, we're breathing in the pure light and blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. When we breathe out, we're breathing out all of the kind of negativities, illness, lack of well-being, and obscurations and defilements. So whether you're sitting in a chair or you're sitting on the floor, either way is fine. But what you really want to do is to have a straight spine. So you really want your posture to be straight and open, really having a completely straight spine. So when we breathe, breathing is really generally done forcefully. If you have high blood pressure or health concerns, then maybe you want to be a little bit more gentle in the force of the wind. And the main thing that she said, is really, again, like very kind of sustaining clear awareness, staying present, and again, when we do these practices, there's a lot of health benefit. It can really, if you're having allergies, it's something, for instance, if you're really suffering from allergies, then you can practice and it might really help. Also, another thing that it can be helpful for is, like, I think, what do we call it?
Tinnitus?
Yeah, when you have ringing in your ears. So it can help to also, counteract that. Okay, so we can start. So first you block your right nostril and breathe in through the left. And then blocking the other and breathing out. So you're alternating. Yeah, good. Mm-hmm. So you're breathing in as you block one nostril, you're breathing in through the unblocked nostril. And then when you're ready to breathe out, you block the other nostril and breathe out of the unblocked nostril. So again, as we're practicing in this way, to really put your attention on what she explained, that when we're breathing out, we're really bringing to mind, any all of the negativity and whatever it is that is ailing us, all of the kind of obscurations and defilements, breathing that out in the form of like a sort of black color that's being expelled, or fully emptying the body. And then as you breathe in, you're bringing to mind all of the blessings, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, deeply breathing in white light, together, with all of the kind of clean and pure energy of like the natural environment, the elements, and bringing that in as it enters and then fills your body. And when we practice together in this way, then it's really beneficial. So again, we can do it again together. So again, for starting blocking. So three rounds. So all together, actually, these 3 rounds will be our 6. Then you can just relax and just sit for a time in stillness. So she said sometimes, it's also good to have tissues on hand, because you might really, you might have some snot, that you, but it's really good when you do, because you're also clearing out, you're fully clearing out the channels, and so it's nice to cleanse in this way.
Wangpo. So namje naro churona go go singing number the yari. Ling tina higita karisuna tate pingo karisin. No chama chila chao tang teni chila chao churja tang kaba tang teni moja chila chao lega chila chao no chama chila chao inga. Tale lulu jia Jetang de Gare Pimbo is Sem Chokum is the church of religion church. Yeah, the Chokum is the Lega Mount Radin, Saltia, any Karela, is the Poketon. Humba Chialan Humba Dorita, the legend Church Marcella, and it's century. Jiak Takipini, young Gomja theory. Then do that Karisana, Teoni the Amtoni, Teoni the Amtoni, the cup, the cup, and the Gomo the Baron, and make the car, then the mountain you take it, then car, you cut the 아니 뭐또 엄지가 선때는 뭔가 보들라 선때는 되게 네 자들라 dharma 자 인바나지 네 엄들라 선때는 되게나 이 선때 물로자 아니 가시디 샘 촉송에는 아니 민칸 로고를 차 민사고를 차 아니 진행이 막고 불이 차로라这太虚呀，虚呢呀，虚身就是讲，那这身处的这了，太虚呀，虚呢，但是，我们的啦身体的，家的做，我们他的比这个，比家那些怎么办呀？这个当不的，什么跟俺去，
So everybody, you can look at her. You're going to be doing this similar. Dini di gongta di chudu naro chudu mayambaro.
Naro chudu mayambaro. Jawore
di singi di.
Yeah, go singi nando. In jawo risha. Dela yang ngom tu sia di. Pada dela ongkar tigo sama pande.
So this is so there's now this exercise of blocking. So with maintaining a straight posture, straight spine, your abdomen is kind of raised a bit or brought in, held in a little bit. And now we're doing this exercise of blocking kind of the doors of the senses in the head area, which is actually also, she said, kind of similar to a posture that's also practiced in the 6 yogas, that is like the head of the lion posture. And this is particularly beneficial for calming the nervous system. because we have, all of this stimulation all the time with all of, the kind of different screens, the different, when driving cars, just a kind of constant barrage of stimuli to the senses. And this can create also a lot of inner imbalance, mental imbalance, and also the stress, the demands that many people face in their daily lives. There's so much that everyone has to take care of, to keep up with in their daily lives, and this brings a lot of stress and a lot of tension. And puts a lot of pressure on the nervous system. And sometimes people even feel like they're kind of going crazy because of the fast pace of all these demands in our modern lives. And so this is, of course, what just meditation in general is very beneficial and helpful to counteract this or to help calm the nervous system. But in particular, there's also this practice, this exercise where you block first with your thumbs, your ears, the openings of your two ears. So you are blocking them with your thumbs, and then you're putting your two fingers over your eyes. So you're relaxed as your eyes are closed, but you're relaxed. They're relaxed. So you're just lightly covering your eyes as your eyes are closed. You're lightly blocking the openings of your ears. And you're also closing the opening of your nostrils with your ring finger, and then your pinky fingers are just under your mouth, just as she has here. And as we do this, then we're gently reciting the syllable Om and visualizing a white Om, and so the sound becomes like the collective hum of a beehive. So you want to make sure that, there's a difference when you fully cover the opening of the ears so that your thumbs are really inside the ears, and the main thing is that the sound is blocked so that then you feel the resonance of the Om on the inside. So you don't want to sort of partially block, but really block. And then so if we're not really fully blocking the ears, it's not so helpful. So you want to really make sure that you block them to the extent where then the resonance, that shift in resonance is happening on the inside. Okay, so we'll do it again. Oh.
no. That Lama ni pede ya so. Ni make the I enjoy Linda. Lama di so the lumpy so ni la.
So we can do it a third time. Sorry, I wasn't translating, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Ya lo che de me wo chosan dodo cha de ya dan deni zam da me na di kabar na ma lo cha de ya dan ni zam da me tang de sho pa chosan dodo cha de ya dan deni dong ba nye ma mo bu de lo chung chung na chen bo na cha de ya de zo da deni kabar ma bo da make it the Chimbo Jam, the Solo Shirama Honga, Major of making learn to carry do, the not so much Mahon, the solo Hajang people.
So this is really beneficial in sort of bringing energy to and stimulating the face, the eyes. So for instance, if you have, so sometimes we have bags under our eyes, they're swollen. Also, as we get older, there's like kind of like a more swollen swelling under the eyes, and some like water retention there. So that this helps to calm that. Also helps wrinkles, diminish wrinkles, and also, you know, for when we're kind of like haggard, even when we're young, and there's still sort of like this kind of haggard exhaustion that kind of gets is in the face. So this helps to kind of revitalize the energy of the face. Also, when we, you know, spend a lot of time like looking at screens, looking at our phones, and this can also harm our eyes, harm our eyesight. So this is helpful for that. And vision in general, you know, sometimes, you know, like long distance vision when we see somebody, but we're not able to make out who they are. So it can also help to improve vision.
Okay, thank you. Dan to sama yang tentang computer le ka mo bo le ni le khong le ka le make ya ko thong ya de me hi ja ma ko ta hi ke ni di make yoga na hi concentration make yeah.
So this is now also, we're going to do a little bit of eye yoga, because we spend so much time on our screens, on our phone, on our computers, and this is, you know, to exercise and bring some stimulation to the eyes. So first you can straighten your legs and make it.
Ini kong ni kang ba ni to chi de kong ni kang ba to wen ni kang ba ni to.
Oh, we're all going to touch each other's.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to partner up here, and put our legs, our feet together.
Yes.
With our partner. So you want your legs to be completely straight.
And
so first we're going to make this mudra with our hands. You can and keep your back straight. You're not bending or making your back crooked.
las zomo de da semde amo mi pare taya zote de la zomo kawa kasuna make it taya.
So you're keeping your eyes with your fingers, the pointed fingers, so that's becoming the focal point for your eyes.
Zopo jampo chaya make the mehijama gole te kapada mehijama gole yare.
Yeah, so if you take off your glasses, she said it's better. And this is, so your body is straight, and your focus.
Take the agenda what is?
No?
Take the jampo janji chaya.
So you want like a completely straight line kind of to one another. Yeah, so we're each looking at the point of our own fingers. So watching as you move, and you're kind of in line with your partner going up and keeping your gaze on the fingers. But you're only following with your eyes, you're not moving your head. So we're not actually following with our head as we raise our hands, but we're keeping our body straight and we're keeping our head forward, but we're just following with our eyes.
Go
as far as you can, keeping your head straight, but really looking up into following the fingers. And then you come back down, following the line of your fingers with your eyes. And again, not bending your head, just following with your eyes as you go all the way down. Keeping your head straight ahead, just following the movement of your fingers with your eyes. And then going all the way back until you can no longer see your hand with your eyes. And then once you pass that point, you can bring the fingers back down and follow with your eyes. And up.
Okay, thank you. Then,
Oh, okay. We're still in the same position, but you might want to create more space between you and the people next to you so that you can extend your arms without hitting each other. Oh, or stagger, exactly. You guys do it yourself. So now what we're going to do is follow our thumbs with our eyes, with our vision. So we're we want to keep our thumbs, and we're moving our thumbs and following on both the right and left with our eyes, with our vision, without, this time also without moving our head. Yeah.
And
then they go to where you can no longer see them, and then you slowly bring them back, following both of your thumbs out of the corners of your eyes, with both eyes, until you bring them back in front. So most of the time we're only looking in front. We actually don't move our eyes around that much to really look, for instance, out of the corner of our eyes. And this, she says, also contributes to some of our vision issues. So we have to also exercise our eyes.
Okay. Then, Lapa ye mati shokata, Tindri, the Koraja, ya. Lapa the way at the Yam did chance of Gassi, Nasma, and Tindri, Tiana Diris.
So you can also, if your legs or your back is hurting, you can support. Or you can support like your back with behind you, with a hand behind you, or you can sit like this instead if it's easier.
Yeah.
And this time we're doing one hand at a time, and we're rotating, moving our arm, and same thing, we're following the line of our thumb without moving our head, kind of giving our eyes a whole range of motions, up and to the side. Do you see? Are you able to follow your thumb?
Yes.
Okay, that you choke.
Now for the other hand. Left.
Yeah, what chance was?
How is it?
He make the the zone can make the yora make yora take it the Korajan ton the Gaza. Also, Namju and the Pecha and the Kato Mato, she does into the human. They can make that bear one foot in Yamdo. Then Yamdu Yasoya, the Tashi Yashuna Yashuda. This got Yamda the Gom Chado. The Zomo did a center. Long this also get Namjuna automatic the Banka Yora.
So she said, this really giving your eye like a full range of motion like this is so beneficial to the faculty of the eye, like bringing energy and vitality to the faculty of the eye, because normally we're just looking in front of us, like pretty much just like directly in front. We read texts or books in front of us, looking at computer, looking, kind of just what's in front, and we don't often think to give full range of motion to the eyes. And so the faculty of vision, declines through sort of a declining of the energy in the eye faculty. So when we exercise the eye in this way and we give it a full range of motion, then we're bringing energy to the faculty of the eyes, which is helpful, in maintaining our vision and the overall health of the eyes. And also it becomes a form of meditation because we're following, single-pointedly with our gaze, and also the mind is there with our thumb, and we're just breathing as normal. but it can also, be both, this exercise for the eyes and also meditation for the mind.
Okay, that also couple party pranayama.
So now we'll practice the pranayama like we did yesterday. So it's good if you don't have like a really tight kind of waistband or belt. Like if it's up, you might want to move it so that it's not like right on your diaphragm. Like so. And then really straighten your spine. So she said, if there's, you can also sort of like move the meat of your buttocks so that it's more nice and thinly distributed on the floor, so that you're not, so that there's a nice sort of flat kind of surface for your seat, so that you're really just like flat on the ground, on the surface of the.
Okay,
so now we're gonna together.
That's also tambo te kata jonga sa te nisho sa te nikitanga sa te sunche te mama tan ta katang gon kong safari da mato tamha kora da ti loa dan chimpa kwa no na tama te large ke amche ke chi ma thar pa ne pa tende cancer ka si na ko na te ke ngogo pa what did you do that the law about for the kima ma pen nyam de la yan ne ba ja any kala se man de trogo bu de ata ne ma chok de ya ne ma chok de the sort of ha jang de ne pingo ya
so, and we can build up to doing kind of more and more rounds of this type of breathing or pranayama. So, starting with like 15, then going to 25, then going to 30. So you can go for longer and longer periods, gradually building up. And she said, we started, maybe some of you were newly introduced yesterday, so then we can do it, more easily, for instance, today. And as she mentioned, there's really just tremendous benefit to all of the organs, the inner organs of the body, bringing sort of movement and vitality and circulation within the body in a way that fortifies and benefits the lungs, the liver, the stomach, the heart, all the organs of the body are benefited, and it can even have some beneficial effects, for cancer, for illnesses, even such as cancer, like helping to kind of diminish, some of the negative effects from various types of illness, and it just brings overall energy, vitality, and power to the body. Like especially digestive issues, she said, like sort of any kind of issues with the stomach, digestion, nausea, vomiting, and so forth can also be helped through practicing pranayama on a daily basis.
Logic sala le jumpa kapal pat parayama ya yo mari any shapti chungchong la ta dawa tho ne ya yo mari any chechong shapti chechong ta gora chunga dong na dawa denje chimbo dong na logic la sala ma tin ya ko yore any ta ko gona na kalala no na puyo na ya te ya yo mari yang pomol dawa kanga yora di kapse yang di kasi tiwan pesa Lela and Shukimboya long monte to go this mother. Shukia there, Maris.
So so it's just good to be cautious, you know, if somebody has had surgery, like especially a major surgery, is best not to do this kind of pranayama for like as long as a year or more. If there's a smaller, less invasive surgery, then to not practice for like 6 to 8 months. Also, when pregnant, it's not something to be practiced if somebody's pregnant. And also for women, during menstruation, it's okay to practice, but to do it with less force, with a lighter, more gentle breathing. So now 10 times. So she said, and you can do this yourself, like, as part of your daily practice. Each morning she herself does it since she learned it, since like maybe 2004, 2005. She does it every day, 60 rounds, or if she doesn't have time, 30. So you can sort of build up and apply to your own daily practice as it works, for like whatever you have time for. And when we count, you don't count out loud or involve your mouth or your voice at all. You just mentally count the number of breaths.
Solo Nirana, de long coat, Dansar Tina, the Demina Niasana, the Gigong Yase, and this is the Gion, the Madinia, Cholo Compadia, Jazan, Grama, Flip, here captured that, Shoja Maton, the Yakuri, go go there, and it's the Ya painted. Among also the Marta, the Yatin of the Yard, the Cassi, got to the cup, the Malo.
So she said, so we're going to do it 10 times together. She said, it's good in general. It's best to do on an empty stomach. So like before you've eaten anything in the morning, and when you have some fresh air. So if you're like in your room, and you're like meditating like on your bed or on the floor in your room, open the window so that there's some fresh air that's in, or you go outside and you can, if you go on a walk, then you can like do it at the, beginning or end of your walk. But best to do it before you've eaten. And as she mentioned, as we're breathing out, we're actually bringing the abdomen in. So following, you can notice how she's doing it. And then at the end, then you sort of release, like, release the holding in the abdomen. I think something happened.
That's it. This is there is something. There is. So
you don't have to we don't have to all be together. You can do it at your own pace and keep track in your own mind of the number of rounds. So we'll do 10.
담보야 로봇 좀 괜찮더니 습관 이제 가서 야 가트가 아니 그래서 마타나 되니 가는 마땅
So dambo ya ko koma san bo zingi re ta.
근데 다
So at the end, you're letting, you're at like doing one long exhalation and letting all of the wind out, all of the air out, and then as you're, it sounds like it, I think you're actually holding the breath at this point, and you're rubbing, massaging your belly and tapping your belly, your abdomen.
Very long that. That 먼저 나고 때 long time. Long time 마땅 그거 이한테.
Okay, so you're pulling your stomach in, right? After you put,
yeah.
So we're actually really pulling. So I think we're actually pulling our abdomen in. Is that correct, Lama? Yeah. So if you look at her stomach here, what she's doing here, it's like as she's pulling her abdomen in and holding her breath and then massaging. Yang Kagyu it's already out, so the breath has been exhaled. So the breath is exhaled and we're holding the stomach or the abdomen in. So she said actually some people who are really thin, you can see like their bone, their rib cage becomes very visible, but because we're a little bit fat, we can't see our rib cage in the same way. Yeah.
Is this like a banda?
Abanda, you mean abanda,
like the diaphragm, like once you exhale,
yes.
Like the diaphragm goes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So if you can help, I'm not familiar with it, so I'm not. So she said because she's fat, she can't see her bones, but when you really you can actually get to see like the rib cage is really because the diaphragm is brought up as you exhale. So we can all, so it's easier maybe if we can all stand and do it this way. Yeah. So can you sort of see how she is after she's released all the breath and then she's pulling the diaphragm in, the abdomen is like brought in, and then as she does this, you can sort of see, yeah, and then she releases, right, and then we bring wind back into the So do people feel like they're following? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Slowly, done very good.
No, you're not strong.
Wait, sorry. We're massaging just underneath our rib cage, yeah?
Dini di rupa gi la yang di chiguru.
Yeah, Rupa de Pat Dong God chats on them the jam.
Yeah, you're not underneath. You're not doing anything to the ribcage. It's really like the organs kind of underneath.
Just underneath, right? Like just underneath the ribcage, like right on.
Oh no, I think the whole abdomen. Okay. That's what I understand. Ji chatsangwa de chikbo yumarwa. Yeah, so to me it looks like she's kind of so like this, yeah. So she's demonstrating here. Yene yang kena di kongke di kecha chigirwa tena purpur tandu teni di chikpo yorebe yang na chatsang. All of it. So from your bones here at the bottom of your the whole kind of abdomen. So it's easier because, like, when we empty the lungs of the wind and we're pull in our diaphragm, then we can kind of get more easily, it's very different from when our we're full, our lungs are full of wind, because here we're like empty, and then we can actually, it's a very different sensation.
Okay.
So we can shake it out. Our legs, our feet. Okay. Our hands really releasing.
Okay. Together. Left, leg, up. Look, and look behind. Yes. Develop the format.
So now you can bring your knee to the ground, the extended leg, and bring your other leg underneath your arm.
Yeah.
And then look up as much as you can.
Lift it up.
So you want your leg to be straight, not crooked, the extended leg, so it's just straight out behind you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And then you can bring your chest down to the floor and extend your arms out in front of you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then you can also move your arms over to your right, like slowly walk your hands over to the right, getting a stretch through the left side of your body.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and
Then walk your hands to the center again. And then now to the right, walking your hands to the right, getting the stretch. Oh, thank you, to the left, getting a stretch through the right side of your body.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, thank you. I think this is not
So again, this is really creating these stretches, create this lengthening in the channels that sometimes, become really blocked and are not, if they're not stretched, it can lead to like different forms of sort of paralysis and blockages that can really be cleared through this kind of stretching. So now, So now we're going to do the same thing, but with the other side. So first with your left leg now, swinging it out to the other side.
Sorry.
Aaron?
Aaron, please, you look me. Yes. And this. No. Here. Here, come on. You come here. This. Okay. Yes. First look at me. This together. Yeah. Okay. Then we are here. Come by the participant. Chanta.
So straight back, the back leg is straight. And then you bring your bent leg underneath the arm. And however much you can stretch yourself out over with your arms extended in front.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then walking left side, yes.
Yeah, so walking your hands over to the left side and stretching the right side of your body.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left side,
walking your hands over to the left side and stretching the right side, or to the right side and stretching the left side of your body.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, thank you. Okay. Good? Yes. This is
So then we can lie down. And bend your knees so that your feet are flat on the floor. Oh, put your feet on your ankles. I mean, put your hands on your. I'm sorry. Holding your ankles with your hands.
Okay.
Kuptangare.
Oh, okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna need to stick with me.
Oh. Oh, okay. So you want to raise. I wasn't getting that. You want to raise your bottom off the ground, holding your ankles, and you're resting your shoulders on the ground, but you're raising your torso. You're lifting your butt off the floor. So, and then as you, and you be keeping your breath, breathing as you lift, breathing in, and this can really help to strengthen. And so we're actually alternating. We're going up and down. So we're breathing out as we lift up, and we're breathing in as we go down.
Very good.
Is that right?
Very good. Very good. No joking.
No, I think we're breathing in as
very
we go
good.
up, right?
Breathe out, breathe in.
Breathe out, Kagyu. Yar Dodo?
Mat, nhớ cơ sơ. Long thì giá.
Okay, so
Giá tăng cấp, giá trao rồi long thì mat tăng.
Okay, so we're breathing out as we go up, and we're breathing in as we go down.
Giá trao. 1, 2, 3.
And holding. So we actually can hold it there for a while, as much as we can, and then going down.
1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Oh yes. Very good. Okay. Slowly. Relax. Okay. Thank you.
It's really good for your back, she said, for your spine. And then you can lie on your stomach. This one's a little hard. But then extend your arms behind you. Oh wait, first go like this.
Chair pose. You see this one?
In chair pose.
Please, here. Look.
So you're on your knees, your feet are behind you. Breathe in, and then touch your ankle with one hand. Breathe in as you touch your. Wow, that's difficult. Here, watch Drupon.
Look me. Karisna. The young Chahitoina.
She said it for those of you who have high blood pressure, be careful with this one. So if you can just go to the pose, going straight to your ankles, that's fine. Putting your hands on your ankles, but for beginning, you can do it with this motion of first lifting one arm and then touching your ankle, resting on your ankle, and then the other. So breathe in as your arm goes up. Touch the first ankle, and then the other, and then you're looking behind. So just watch her for a moment, and then you can try. And then holding the pose.
Okay.
Be careful, be careful, not do.
And the dinner did. Me look. Up. Long the connect and same day dinner. The yellow crab got a long the bed getting body.
So the breath is really important. If we're not breathing, then it becomes really difficult. She said it's much easier if you breathe. And then hold it as long as you can.
계산 차리.
Yeah, so it's really good for the back, for the thighs, for the knees.
She's very good. Wow, you? No, I'm not good at that. I happen. No.
She's gonna help you.
Okay. That's right. Slow.
Try to slowly touch your ankles.
Almost.
There
There you go.
you go.
Oh, it's yes.
There you go.
One good. That's also the very good. First, little bit difficult. One understand. Okay. That you. What budget to do?
Not to do.
She's good.
Yeah.
Easier.
She's so
She's like no
She's
problem.
flexible.
Only one side is happening for me.
Me too.
Only one side.
No, I happen. No problem. No angry. Yeah. Yeah. You, please. Oh, this okay. This. Okay, we together. This. Oh, this okay.
And you're breathing. It looks like so. You breathe in, and then you raise yourself. And then as you breathe out, you release and fall back to the floor. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, lowering to the floor. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, lowering back down.
His neck's very strong.
Okay. Very nice.
Very nice.
Now we cannot undo.
Okay. Yes. Relax. Okay. Yeah, relax. This chair pose. 5 minutes. Relax.
Okay, in the child's pose.
Thank you.
5 minutes. Relax. 5 minutes.
We can do 10 minutes.
3. No, that's it. Okay, 3 minutes.
No, 3 minutes.
Relax. Thank you. You make this. 그럼 저한테 제도.
It's almost.
This is smoking that close. This and sleeping close.
You look me.
Yeah, okay.
This here. This
Your butt.
but this. No this.
Not raised. So your bottom's not raised. It's down on your. So then when you really are when you let your seat rest on your feet as you it's really restful. It's really relaxing.
That you make this go concern go Tajani Tajan to Tayakin.
Yeah.
Under the dead.
So if you're putting all of if your hot and then your head, all your blood is rushing to your head, then that is going to be uncomfortable. So you want to rest your bottom on your, so it's on your feet, and then really just letting yourself rest there. This is a restful pose.
No. Your ankles are not crossed. Yes. And straighten your elbow.
Not restful. Okay, yeah.
His lower back is tight.
Okay.
His lower
It's
back is good.
my
That's why he
feet
cannot
that
move.
are hurting.
Is it your ankles, Aaron?
No, it's like the top of my feet.
Mm-hmm.
You feel.
Yeah.
Everything is tight.
Okay, that the time I yaking.
Okay, so everybody stand up. Shake it out a bit. So you don't have to lift your feet, but just pedal a little bit and shake it out. So now as you raise your arms, you're going to be breathing in, and as you lower your breathing out. Your feet, your pose is, your legs are spread, but your pose is solid like pillars. Breathing in. And you're really stretching, giving yourselves a stretch with your hands parallel, your arms parallel to your ears, and then releasing and bringing your arms down. And then again, raising your arms up above your head, parallel with your ears.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9.
And releasing and bringing your arms down. Now bending your knees.
Bend the knees.
Breathing in, raising your arms and straightening your knees. And then going up onto your tippy toes as you do the movement.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And then releasing and coming down onto your feet. Bring your arms down and then doing it again. Raising yourself up onto your toes as your hands go up.
Please.
On your toes, Anne.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Now
Slowly,
releasing
slowly.
and bringing your arms down to your sides.
Ça等到我这样，等下刚不再做了，他等到等着进来那样的，我说嘛都不吃，是说的呀，可是叫。
So now bringing your arms up and over your head, raising onto your not raising onto your toes, raising actually your toes up, lifting your toes, keeping your feet on the floor, but then lifting your toes as you come up.
Yes, slowly.
So
Very nice, very nice. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly.
Releasing, your arms come down to your sides again.
Down with again.
Your toes to the floor, and then coming up again, lifting your feet flat on the floor as your toes raise. 1, holding,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
and then releasing, letting your toes come back to the floor. And now we're just follow her and going to the front. Going out in front of yourselves. So again, don't curve your spine. Keep your let your buttocks, kind of sticking your buttocks out, but keeping your back flat. Like this, just like she's doing, following. Not curving your back, but really keeping your back flat and straight. Then bringing in and coming back to standing posture. And then releasing, breathing out and going to the flat tabletop posture. And then breathing in and coming back to standing. And then you can even extend your abdomen out in front of you, bringing your
Okay. Thank you.
raising your foot. So holding it in front as she's doing.
2, 3. I think yoga
So all these balancing positions have a lot of connection with meditation, because if we stay focused, if our attention is there with what we're doing, it's easier to stay back, keep our balance. But when we become distracted, then we lose our balance.
Okay.
So it's really helpful in building concentration too, mental concentration.
Okay.
So you also don't want to curve your spine when you do this. This one, you grab your toe and then extend your leg, but really keeping your back straight as you can. And it's okay if you can't fully straighten, you straighten it as much as you can, and even if your leg is a little bit bent, that's okay. The main thing is to keep, and then first extending it in front of you and then moving your leg to the side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then slowly bringing the leg back to standing position. And then you can shake out your legs a little bit. And now, again, with the same leg actually before we switch. Because this is for just practicing. And extending the leg in front. And then moving it slowly to the side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And back to
Very
standing.
good. Concentration, very good. No concentration. Yeah, Buddha's blessing. Today is very good bless. Very happy. Yes, Buddha's temple.
So now we're going to do it with our left foot, left leg.
Left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's long. Sometimes home make cannot, and this you make here. 1.
So you can also support yourself with the wall.
And next month, slowly, very good. No, this.
So at first, if it's easier, you can use a support like a wall to support yourself or a chair. And then as you get used to it, then you can let go of the support and balance without it. So one more time. So it doesn't really, it doesn't matter if you can do it or you can't do it. Don't put pressure on yourself. She said, at first, like she put a lot of pressure and like, it's like, oh, maybe I can't do it. And then it makes it worse. It makes it harder to do it. So just like relaxed, letting the mind settle and just doing what you can. And then you build over time. We're all like family.
So
we don't have to feel like embarrassed or anything. We're all just learning. So there's nobody who like automatically knows how to do something without training. You can't just be great at it when you first start. We all have to learn, go through the process of learning and training. We're brothers and sisters.
No problem. Okay, 1. Beginning. This. Control. Yeah, critical. Getting sweet love. So that's when yeah, support my Google.
Okay, so as she said, her teacher would always say it's really like we're not bending over to get some like picking up an object. We're bringing our feet to our hands. Instead of bending over to get our foot, we're bringing our foot up and then extending. And however long you can hold, you hold. Then you pull to the side. And bring it back down to the floor.
Okay.
We did a lot. We did a lot in front, so now we're going to do some behind motions, going out behind us. So we don't want to put our feet towards the Buddha, so we want to be mindful of that. Of course, everything has a Buddha on every side, but so now you want to lift your leg out like Jesus. So however much you can raise your leg, you raise. And then you can actually bring your foot in and grab it with your hand, keeping your other arm extended in front of you. Looking straight ahead.
Concentration.
So however long you can hold it with stable concentration.
Very nice, very nice. You need to be this. Wow, very good. Small. Ini yang tidak mari. Kita konco kerja tinggi tu sih na. Lhasa lah ya tu, anda tinggi tu. Nak kasi, dia tu na ya tu, dia kuku kiasa. Dia jelas lah orang. Dia kerja tinggi.
So we're not doing this motion that she just demonstrated. Is that first you're lifting your leg up and then bringing it to you, and then you're bending your whole body down. Karela?
Contoh kerja tu, tidak jelas tu, lelah orang. Dia na yang kapten. Dia sudah. Tidak nak kiasa. Tinggal.
Yeah, so we're not just holding our ankle like this, our foot against our thigh, but we're extending and then bending down.
But
so not touching your foot to your buttocks, but really extending it out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So
it's really easy if we're just like holding our foot like against our buttocks, our thigh like this. But we really want to like bend down, keeping your back straight, and then extending your leg out as much as you can. So like this, like she's demonstrating. And your there's a curve, you know, you're keeping your back sort of straight. There's a little bit of curvature.
Yes, very good. Very good. Okay. Oh, yes. You, please. Oh, yes. Good. You go this. Okay, yeah. Oh. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Very good. Yes. Thank you. This yes, good. It's slowly done up.
So you get better and better, little by little.
Tapi kalau kerja nanti jadi dia jogo mah, dia ya top dia na, kalau top dia na, kau ni kepan gogo yang kemarin. Apa sah? Jam lekar yang pakai je, zoom sorry.
What happened?
Aku masuk, nanti deh, tidak majalah.
So right, you're not just grabbing your leg and bringing it up, like so that this is not what we're doing. We want there to we're bringing it up and then we're creating space between our thigh and our calf. And we're bending and then also like leaning the torso down and creating a little bit of curvature in the spine as she's demonstrating too. So I think what she's saying is she just wants you to work on extending the leg that you're holding out as much as you can.
Wow.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Slowly, good. Thank you. Kamu tu tadi relax, tadi nyana.
Ini yang di kampas simpat cikgu keren.
Oh, kampas jibat cikgu ni.
Yes.
Okay, other side. This. Not done. Not this. You're there, yang cepat cikgu.
So it's the same process. And then as you breathe in, go down, extending creating that curvature in the spine and really elongating your leg that's extended as much as you can.
4,
And holding.
5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And little bit relax. Also, someone else.
Everybody can lie down, like really just let yourself relax, lying down into the. Really letting your limbs just fully relax into the ground, your stomach releasing whatever tension. So really just let yourself fully and completely relax in every area of your body, your legs, your arms, your torso, your face.
Meditation action.
Letting your eyes close, relaxing your eyes.
Stomach.
Just letting your body just completely settle into its natural resting.
Everybody good? Maybe someone can say it. 3 minutes, yeah. Then tata trianda.
Karma nada, tunggu.
Get up.
Karma dulu.
Good. Very good. Little bit sleepy. Yoga kale kapo dela.
So did you find it difficult? The yoga difficult? Or?
It was
I'm
challenging.
learning.
Yeah.
It's good.
Sounds kind of
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just hard enough.
Yeah, the monk, the nuni chini te sa kale kabo yorwa, yini kashi yang kale che dra yorwa, the da nam ching yang remendo.
Na shu kale kapo de lakme.
Yeah, she's not getting into like really, really challenging, can be, but more so, yeah. So we can now do. So she said, you know what, like some of the Indian yoga teachers, it's pretty incredible what they can do, right?
That's fine.
Very hard.
What are the more challenging poses?
Kale kasho garede.
Kale kashu da jirang chik chance on the kale kapochia yo mare.
She said the truth of the matter is when you really build up and you train, there's nothing that's too difficult. It's all just a matter of getting used to it and training the body and the mind. But when you haven't been practicing, when you're out of practice, you know, or you're just starting, then it is all quite challenging. So this is the butterfly. In Tibetan. Yeah, butterfly. Butterfly.
How do you say it in Tibetan?
Chimalep.
Chimalep.
Chimalep. She pronounces it in her dialect as Simalep.
Himalep.
Chimalep.
Chimalep or Simalep. I used to always get the word for butterfly and corn mixed up when I was learning Marmelotok and Chimalep.
Okay.
So back is really straight. So chirang gyatse pe tambo rela. So she said this is actually the position that we use when practicing Tumo in the 6 yogas. So you cross your ankles and your knees are against your chest and your back is completely straight. And sometimes there's like a meditation belt that's used for support and you even sleep like this. At first it's really difficult. And then you fall asleep and then you like fall over. Sometimes it's really scary because like the feeling of like release as you fall asleep feels like you know very kind of like unsettling when you fall asleep. But then like as you get used to it, then there's no problem. You can even stay in it even if you release your arms. The posture remains. She said it's also really good, especially as Buddhist meditators, to really train in being able to sit in full lotus. Sit here? I don't know who she's pointing to. Oh, I think she wants everyone to be in a circle. So you can do it like that, and if not, then you practice, you can either do full lotus or half lotus.
Wow. Half lotus this.
So that's half lotus, so we can't do, and then full lotus.
I sometimes celebrate this.
Sometimes she sleeps like that. So it's actually really beneficial, like actually sleeping like that too. It helps. It's good for the knees and the channels that go through the upper legs, and but
galleries.
So she said, don't do what she's doing, but she's just
Over here.
Oh my.
so you can actually sleep like that.
I too much make it no problem.
If you do it many times, then it becomes
Yeah,
easy.
Isn't that like, sit and then do that or something
Yeah,
like that?
Tibet Jowo Rinpoche. Yeah, that's chokor.
I make it boom boom.
Where you fly up and then come down.
No, not today.
Not today. You're not supposed to actually show.
Okay. For the hard lotus, where is this?
So in the lotus or half
First,
lotus, then we can twist a little.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
And then you twist on the out breath, on the exhale.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, thank you. This is good, Madina. This is something.
Something.
Okay. Now we are Bodhicitta.
So we can do Jangju Central. Do people know it or do Hako Gere Mantewa? Or if you Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise, where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you.
So then we are easy in the afternoon. We don't, not difficult at all. Just the difficulty of falling asleep. It's not physically difficult, but it's difficult inwardly with our mind sometimes. It's a little bit difficult for the mind. No, actually we're resting. Sorry, we're resting the mind.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you afternoon.